A royal insider reveals Meghan couldn't contain her greed for stealing items from Duchess Catherine. Hello, welcome to our channel, Princess Diana Today. A source reported that Meghan tried, or may have succeeded, in stealing Catherine's jewelry. This insider said, "What I remember about this issue is that Meghan is borrowing jewelry, as is common in the royal family. Then Meghan Markle lost everything she borrowed, and then she never found or returned the jewels. This happened before her wedding, which caught the Queen's attention. Personally, if someone lends me valuables, I'm extra vigilant about their security." Another thing I remember is that Meghan Markle borrowed a knockoff so she could try on her wedding dress, veil, and hair. I don't think the royals have had time to make them, so I think some of the best jewelry has been copied. Some have even suggested that, unknown to them, she also wore fakes on her wedding day because she might be missing something. I would like to say that I was surprised to hear all this. But you know what, I wasn't, because it fits Meghan as a person perfectly. I have also recently read interesting things about the value of many bags in the royal collection. Perhaps one of the most prized pieces was what Meghan wanted to wear at her wedding, and they didn't want that to happen. Of course, instead, he was offered a choice of several others. I've always wondered why she insists on wearing this outfit so much. Various sources are reporting that the Queen has allegedly told Harry and Meghan that Meghan can't wear the tiara because they don't know where it came from. However, rumors have surfaced in Russia, and then another theory emerged after or during the wedding of Prince Eugene and Jack Brooks Bank. Although it has been speculated that Eugenie had asked to wear the tiara, which the Queen granted before Meghan considered it. Now, I don't think Eugenia, her parents, or the Queen want to hear any suggestion of a princess imitating Meghan in the same outfit, and I don't blame them. I also suspect that Meghan has gone crazy with this dress and started spreading the word to her family in retaliation. Meghan now has to do a lot of research to find many items from the royal collection for a man who has never worn real clothes in his life. I mean, I'm in it too. I've never worn it, but it looks like it should be appreciated. From Meghan, I mean, it must be an honor, or at least exciting for her. But now I think I understand the situation better. Of course, Meghan Markle now insists on carrying the most expensive. The other reason that I could believe is that Meghan Markle was trying to one-up Eugenie, who had most likely put in her request for that and had been granted that wish for a wedding that was supposed to happen not too long after Meghan and Harry's, so perhaps Meghan Markle was trying to use her status to get something that Eugenie wanted, and then when she didn't get her way, she started up with the lies she was trying to take away from Eugenie, the bride who was wearing the crown that she wanted. That does sound like something Meghan Markle would do, doesn't it? And after all the lies she's told, after all the horrible behavior we have witnessed from Meghan, there are very few things that I believe she wouldn't do. Both Harry and Meghan have a huge sense of entitlement, and they feel like the royal family should give them everything they want. It doesn't matter whether or not they're working royals. Their lies and their ugly behavior has caused so many people to react to them with horror and disgust. Few people believe a word, they say it more. There are plenty of stories about Harry and Meghan being very violent and acting like bullies, and apparently, the same is true of Prince William's children. Apparently, if Meghan Markle has actually done her research, she hasn't done her homework on how inheritance affects royal income and status. If only she realized that the distribution of wealth depends a lot on the status of the royal family in terms of inheritance. I don't think she would ever agree to marry Harry. It was never a marriage based on trust and love. Let's get this straight from the start. I'm sure Meghan saw this as a business deal, so I'm really surprised she didn't do her homework on how to split the money before marrying Harry. I guess she figured after they were married she could go into the vaults and get whatever jewelry she wanted, and that's where the money would go. To be honest, I'm a little surprised that Meghan didn't understand the facts when it came to finances, because if the assets, including jewelry and other valuables, weren't carefully monitored, they would be destroyed. It was lost a long time ago, or may have been stolen. Meghan was married once. Harry see royal family assets passed from monarch to mon. It is true that some personal items are presented to family members when someone dies, but usually they are given to the blood kings for their lifetime use. I heard it when the Queen died, Queen and got her iconic pearls, which I think is a great thing. In fact, I would be very surprised if the Queen left anything to people who only enter the royal family by marriage. I think she left almost everything to her blood relatives, but at the same time the Queen and Sophia were so close that they might have left her a little. Of course, we'll never know exactly what was in the Queen's will unless we hear the news, which I don't think we ever will. Harry and Meghan's marriage appears to be falling apart at a rate not seen in public since it was revealed, and like everything else, we'll have to wait for Buckingham Palace to announce that Meghan and Harry, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, are finally divorcing. But I think they are done with Harry, and he is also disappointed as more negative stories come out. And you know Harry will continue to do what he always does and blame his family for all his problems. I guess it got worse after Meghan left him, but I don't give him credit for that. He is batty mean. Let's remember that this was a woman who took pictures of poor Charlotte sleeping without permission and wanted to sell them. Let's remember that Meghan Markle will never do anything in her life unless it benefits her. We know that Meghan is dangerous and why she is so quiet. Now that's very suspicious, like hearing a strange 2-year-old alone in the next room. If you know something is wrong, you should go in there and take a look. I think Meghan is being scheming and, as usual, leaving her dirty work in someone else's hands, and I'm sure that whatever it is, it will have a negative impact on both Harry and the royal family. Now, Meghan did some research. I have to give her credit, because she looked into things related to the royal family. Unfortunately, Harry was probably the one who gave him all this information, and I think it was all he needed. But what she didn't understand was how the people who caused real trouble for the royal family ended up. I think she missed that in her research. Meghan is confident that she will win. He is really so crazy and crazy. And you know, now that I think about it, we'll probably hear about her divorce from Scooby-Doo first, and her making Harry look bad. That'll probably end that. Well, Meghan had no choice but to divorce Harry. She put him in a very difficult position and he didn't want that, but obviously Harry is very sick in the head. He has to do what he has to do. Meghan, Mark and Scooby have a very strange relationship. I guess she is his boss. I don't know if he does what she tells him, that's for sure, and I'm sure Meghan has the photos to back up her claims. Fans of Meghan and Harry don't know what hit them, but they are happy. Yes, Meghan also wanted world fame and she got it by marrying Carrie before they got married. We know that he was a passionate actor. I mean, if you weren't a fan of the late night series, you probably wouldn't even know about it. I certainly didn't. People around me didn't know him and now they look at him. I assume Meghan has done her research on the hierarchy. He was looking for money, but realized that he could only take Harry's popularity with him. In fact, at the time, Harry was almost as popular as his late grandmother the Queen, and no one was offended by his popularity. No one was jealous of him, but it turned out that this was not the case. The sparkle of the new fake jewelry faded after the first courtship call. Nobody knows Meghan, that's the problem. She is an unknown actress. She was never very successful, I'm sorry, but that woman is ugly now. Maybe she's cute and I'll give it to her. But when I saw her, I didn't think she was just beautiful. So people immediately started seeing through the kidnappings. Lies, bullshit in the foreground, need to be a tyrant, liar all the time. This is how Archie was born. The secrecy that led to the Queen lying in her statement and the alleged christening that things didn't improve, and then they all flew on private jets to preach to us that we need to reduce our carbon footprint. The interview in Africa was a total disaster, so off topic, it was clear she was trying to replicate the late Princess Diana. It was really scary when everyone saw it. Meghan fooled them both. The tabloids just took advantage of the situation and the rest, as we say, is history. And what about you? What do you think about today's news? Let me know your opinion in the comments section below. We can also discuss your thoughts and feelings. If you find our video useful, please share it with your friends and family who will enjoy it too. Don't forget to subscribe to our team's Princess Diana News YouTube. Thank you very much for your interest. Good evening, I'll be back to see you.